Alright, I'll fight the Pokeball. Oh. That's true. Oh. Are those actually fox tracks? They look more like wolf tracks. Why is this game so narrow? It is supposed to be this narrow? Is that part of the game? Or do I just need to change the settings? Oh, we lose chat. That is awful. Still don't have chat. There's no chat. What am I supposed to do without chat? Why are there like 6 of them? Yeah, whatever.
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Who's talking?
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. You should get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No,
Who's
it's
talking?
okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know, it seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain, just looking confused and worried. Those eyes, I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I had to adjust the
don't
resolution
know.
a bit.
It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right.
Is he the narrator? Is this his dream? I think I'm supposed to be running that whole time. That's why there's no dialogue right now. Am I supposed to be going somewhere in particular? Back on the road. Oh no!
So, not far from her home, she followed that path to something unexpected.
What do I do? Why did you do this, Elric? Why didn't you get this game out? What am I? Can I like? Where are my controls? Oh well. I think this is the
She
second
couldn't
box.
stay, though. She had to find her other 2 children,
Oh no.
so she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers.
Do you remember the first Fox game that I couldn't play because, or I never put on YouTube because it was so sad?
The fox looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own.
Yeah,
The
it's a long
land
time
was
ago.
trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
That was ancient history. I caught a hare! I got an achievement for that. Catch your first bunny. Broken bases. That way? It says broken bases this way. Does that mean something? Well, there's an arrow point. I thought there might be a secret over here. Maybe not. Is that a clam? Hey, look, there's broken bases over here. The controls are kind of clunky. I feel like it's also a lot louder than me. Do I need to turn the audio down? There's not a lot of options in this game. I mean, I can turn it down on mine. Then I get to hear myself talk. I can also adjust on your end if I need to. Let me know. Feels older.
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah, I think I
first
only did
item.
it once.
2
When I
rows.
was in the 4th grade. You know how my life was around then. I wanted to show my class what helped pass the time and distracted me. So I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. I think I told everyone how badly I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly.
Alright, somebody
For
remember.
me, it was another
negative
toy
8.
from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I
Alright,
walked
turn it down
into
to
class.
-15.
When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a joke gift my friends had given me.
Kids can be so cruel.
Some of them are. I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
Yeah, too quiet. Okay, hold on. Guys, now it's negative 11.4. Is that ball kick down the hill? Let's say. I feel like you're faster running diagonally than you are going forward. Yeah, by the way, I have no idea what I'm doing. That feels faster. also have to figure out what the purpose of this game is. I mean, obviously we gotta get the stars. That seems to be the main goal.
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father.
What if I just follow a path? I don't know if there's any benefit to exploring versus following a path. Okay, we seem to have done something. Oh, we're out of snow, I guess. I don't know if we did good or bad. Can we go back?
My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom, so I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages, break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious, but he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Yeah, I realize that now. But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me.
I don't know how to get that. Wait, I can jump in mid. Wait, I can jump in midair. Hold on, I can get that one. I thought I had to jump off of something, but I just have to double jump in midair. And it has to be while I'm still going up. My bad. Back we go. Other game, this feels very slow. I did not double jump. I didn't jump in time. Second, I thought I saw something here. Yep, I did.
working another late night, and my friends were over, saying how bored they were and
Yep.
how they had come all the way out to my
Hi,
house for
Pradeware.
nothing.
Welcome. Or,
One
what
of
do we call
them
you, Coral?
mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin.
Welcome back.
I was only 15, so I kind of fought it for a while. The next thing I knew, we were careening around the mountain path, rocks spitting onto the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck, throwing beer bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. Felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings. But all good things have endings. A cop outside of Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us in a bottle rocket into someone's yard. What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
Oh, that's important. Hi, butterflies. Is that like a boost jump? I feel like I jumped higher than normal. Ah. Yeah. I wonder if we're supposed to go back to the winter area at some point, or if we just missed it. Barbershop. There's a search area over that way, I think, from the barbershop, if I remember the map correctly.
After he drove me home from the police station, I blew up at him, saying how I never wanted to be like him, how I was gonna be someone and leave that hick icebox for good. He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window. In my sage teenage wisdom, I thought I had proved the ultimate point, but my dad had a different idea. He slammed the brakes, slowly bowed his head while gripping the steering wheel, and finally looked at me. All he said, like it was a polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later, near a small waterfall off the road. I went back to the truck, put the wet tape back in, and sure enough it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Wow, I knew you were a crazy teenager, but
It's hard to believe, isn't it? It surprises me too. It's like I didn't really know who that kid was back then. I bet my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was saying, "Make this right," to himself, more than to me.
There's a way to get up here. What am I doing? How am I flying? I don't know, but I did. There's the truck. Yeah, I don't know. There's a guy talking about he's basically dreaming about the fox. I don't know. That's all I've learned so far. I kind of feel like I need to go back to the beginning area before I press on. Hi, 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 hi. Indeed, I have all the power. I'm gonna start right here. I have all the power. I was just gonna meet you, Para. Did you really think that would work? I'm doing great. Things are well. My host does not seem in the danger of imminent collapse, which is a positive. I'm not sure we can go back. Bottle rockets. There's more over there that we missed. Interesting. Let's go back and see what we see. Let's see if we can actually go back to the Winterland. I'm more comfortable in the winter anyway. Thank you for the pets. Does it actually take me back, or is it just like dead end? Alright, there's no winter again. Okay, so looks like maybe we should never have left that area. Oh well. Now we know if we leave the area, we cannot go back. Good to know. Also interesting that people talk about driving when they're teenagers. I mean, I didn't learn how to drive until I was like at least 3,000. I don't know. Then again, cars weren't really around for most of that time, or any of that time really. I mean, we could just jump. I mean, I get it's a higher jump. Maybe that's just a human thing. Then again, I'm guessing cars were around when you were 14 and younger. Okay, we can progress now. So you know we can't go back. Snacks? Class of... oh. Probably. Another barbershop sign thing. Oh.
I miss that time in life when you didn't have to wear the right clothes or like the right things in school.
I was just clicking
I miss
randomly
when
and found an
every kid in
item.
class liked what was important to them, even if it was wooden boats or cartoon animal notebooks.
Maybe I should click randomly when I'm walking around. I don't see any downside to it, other than wearing out the mouse. It sounds like a Fox's problem. Oh, if I get multiple butterflies, I can jump multiple times, like super high. It seems to be what they're implying. So I need to get that one first, 'cause I have to jump to get that one. There's a secret under here. Again? Didn't you already work all day? You're gonna work yourself to death. Oh, right. As you were.
My friends would laugh about that night and talk about how crazy it was, and I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush, unable to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time.
Jumped. Jumped over. Yeah, the car does most of the work.
If there was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
I don't see a lot of anything at this point. Are we about to transition zones? All teenagers say dumb things to their parent or guardian, siblings, grandparents. Those actually become the stories that they tell, you know, decades later. Why don't you ever walk? So, how long did you say this game was? I do want to drop down. No, how long? Like, it says like one stream. But I've heard that before. Less than 2. Less than 2 streams? Less than 2 hours. Oh. What does that mean? Giant chocolates? I think it's supposed to be a sleeping bag and a tent that was collapsed. I see.
On our property, there were old abandoned pieces of a shed and car long left unused. I used to ask him all the time who those people were that left all this junk. And I'm sure he got so tired of hearing it that he made up some elaborate stories how a brown bear ate them and haunted the woods afterwards. What's funny is I think it made those people seem more real. Growing up thinking they were still hanging out like they couldn't say goodbye. I used to tell my friends how I could swear I saw spirits move near the water, and that always freaked them out. I guess it didn't bother me, because the way I saw it, they were normal people with old cars and sheds, just trying to figure out how to survive and be happy in the middle of nowhere. It was a cool thought that they didn't want to leave, but you know, I was a weird kid.
Well, you had good company since those ghosts like living in a place where they were brutally devoured.
Fuck. appreciate that. I would argue that neither my sister nor myself is malevolent. And foxed and cradle at the silver spoon. I'm so lost. I think we'd have to accept that we're not going to find everything. Where we're going, we don't need roads. I'm still confused about that, like, 1/3 of a star I got. Also, I'm confused why you would ever walk in this game. Okay, there's another 1/3 of a star, I guess. Yeah, you can walk. Why would you, though, when you can run?
Even at my most distant, at the times when I detested him the most, he kept reaching out. For a year straight, he asked me every week when we were going camping. I thought he was just dense. Eventually, to shut him up, I agreed. We carried out the worn lawn chairs from the garage and set up a cinder block campfire at the site we'd always used behind the house. We walked down the mountain path, talking in the warm sunshine we only got a couple months of the year. Those 3 obsidian rocks shimmered alongside the shore, almost like sparklers pressed against a dark window. I'll never forget that wet stone on my feet, or how those massive mountains looked even bigger in the lake's reflection. I felt small, but grateful. As the sun set, my dad found something I hadn't seen for a long time. The tree where I'd made my first carving when I was 6. I hadn't even carved it. My dad had helped me, but I still called it my tree. Something about seeing my name there made me open up, and we talked about everything that night in that old camouflage tent. I told him how much I loved sketching and design, and how it would be a dream to study architecture in Seattle. I told him how I didn't get along with my friends much anymore, but that I didn't mind being alone. He told me he was there for me, and he joked that if all he had to do was write my name on a tree to finally get me to talk, he would have left me carved logs with novels on them in front of my room every morning. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but it was then I knew how much he had sacrificed for me.
I'm honestly tearing up a little bit. I think Fox has some unresolved issues. Are those trees growing as we get closer? That's... Are these the 3 obsidian rocks? Bomb. Yep. This might be the third one. No? Another dig
My
spot.
dad built a lot of stuff in his free time. If he wasn't watching fly fishing or reading Tom Clancy novels, he was carving something. He made tons of birdhouses. Not that he was into bird watching, but I think he really missed working and adding on to the home. If he couldn't afford the time to build onto our own house, he would have to settle with watching birds move into their little homes. We kept an old mattress in the bed of that ugly yellow truck, so we would drive it deep into the woods and then watch the birds fly into their houses while the sun set. Usually it was accompanied by venison jerky or cold Coke, but not a lot of talking, which is how we both liked it.
Yeah, guys suck at talking. No offense, guys. It's a little dull for my taste, but... I think it's important to tell the people you care about that you love them. I got two more things. I see. I'm kind of following a zigzag search pattern here. Like a bad place to go. Alright, let's go this way. Is that a dig spot? Probably not. Magic sketch?
We were happiest underneath the evergreens. We decided it was time to finally map out the hundreds of acres we lived on just to pass the time during the summer. He was only free in the evenings, so I would spend the day wasting time on dial-up internet and sketching, and then we would rush into the woods, pen and map in hand, before evening fell. Sometimes the aurora borealis would cast a cold green glow on the mountainside, and we would finish our route underneath a twilight sky. Sometimes I was lonely during those summer days, but there was comfort in the routine.
A lot of teenagers aren't looking for the daily grind, though. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get out, to leave your childhood home. You wanted to progress, to make something of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. That house. I'm sure it's the same as how I left it. Then why does it feel so different?
I doubt you're the only adult to have looked back and asked that question.
also appreciate you guys. Even as we play melancholy games. Why, thank you. And I'm back. What's up, guys? How many stars we have? You still appreciate me? Was that for the 67 joke? Oh, thank you. I fate all the Obsidian rocks. Oh, those are Obsidian rocks. Okay, activate the way forward. I think the way forward is that, the brambles we saw. So everybody gets a little what they want. Was there a cave back there? I don't know. I thought it was the brambles, so I was going back for the brambles. Where's the cave? Which cave are you looking at? Which direction? I don't see a cave. I'll move back around to the left and see if I can't find the brambles. I think that's the way forward. The brambles are gone. Brushy, brushy. I think the brambles are gone. Yeah, we can go brush. It's about that time. Alright, I'll pause here and go brush, okay? Do you guys want the music going? You probably want the music going. Alright, go brush. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Pushing down. Okay, the press on. If Zelig is correct, we have like an hour. We're like halfway through this game already. Thank you. Hey, do I look like someone who gets told what to do? It's crazy talk. Is that a wolf?
The perpetrator stood nearby, unfazed.
Oh
Like
no!
nothing was wrong.
Zarek!
My dad is dead. And he's never coming back, Rachel. I can tell you these stories, but I can never reminisce with him again. He can never hold a grandchild that we'll probably never be able to have. I can never talk to him again, and I'll never be able to say I'm sorry. For everything.
This is the second game. You've done this too. Uh-oh. You do have a fox around. I'm right here. Oh, a bit of news. The pest control people did come out today, and they spent 4 hours putting up squirrel barriers around the house. Keep them out. They gotta come back in about a week to remove the one-way door to make sure there's no squirrels in there. They put up a one-way door so squirrels can get out but not in. I don't think there's any squirrels left in the house, but just in case. So, we're about to go to a new zone, aren't we? There's just nothing here. Yeah, for the low cost of like $1,200. If Yes, peace and quiet. I haven't heard squirrels in like 2 weeks though, or 3 weeks. Oh, also, they took the carpet that the squirrel expired on. They said that's probably the source of most of the remaining smell. So they just took it out. Hauled it off. Sprayed some air freshener. Smell is much reduced already. And it didn't look like it soaked through, so that's a plus. And I'm getting a second quote on the sewer issue. I don't know when that's going to happen, but $6,000 seemed like a lot. But that might just be what stuff costs these days. Everything's expensive. I did look it up, like average prices, and like the thing I got was like $4,000 to $20,000. So it's actually on the lower end, but I figured getting a second quote couldn't hurt. I haven't had a dig spot in a while.
I need to go to bed. I just can't talk about this anymore. Good night.
Yeah, well, I'm not digging the hole. I mean, I got 2 different quotes on the tree service, and that was like $650. I was actually trying to get 3 of them, but one person just said they couldn't do it. And we need to hire a Mopar to come down here and just, like, camp out and shoot anything that lands, that gets on my roof.
Joseph, you can't go to sleep feeling like this.
Sure you can.
I'm sorry for everything, and I know you need space, but I'm here for you. You don't need to feel so lost.
Everybody feels lost.
Joseph, have I ever told you what my mother was like? You know what it's like not to have a mom at home. And you know how hard that made my childhood. What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus came. I thought that my mother was one of those birds, and it made me want to be free like her. My mom taught me how to fold origami cranes while she was in the hospital. So I told myself I would fold one every day until I could fly myself. I think we both have always loved animals, and for me that love started with a dog. Sometimes this Rottweiler would come up to our property line and wait at the fence for me, but only once in a while. I was sure to check every day immediately after school, and it usually ended in disappointment. I would even steal money from my passed out dad just so I could buy these off-brand dog biscuits. Even when she did stop by, she never went beyond the fence. Why was she so scared?
I'm no longer allowing game suggestions from Zeller for that.
I think my dad was the opposite of your dad in almost every way. except he was in the military as well. He coped with alcohol of every kind. The trailer started falling apart, he got angry, and I withdrew. More and more, I became the weird, quiet kid who made lots of origami birds and carried dog biscuits around. I think we were pretty similar when it came to being the weird kids. And that same sincerity in college was one of the reasons I was so drawn to you. Life got worse and worse, and at one point, I really didn't think I could survive another day with my soul still intact. I had no real friends, let alone neighbors, since we lived in the middle of nowhere. I should have talked to my teacher, but I was scared what he would do if he found out. As I waited for the school bus one morning, I walked around until I found something in an abandoned shed. Something I can't put into words. I summoned courage I didn't know I had, and I broke into my dad's room and found the key to the shed where he had locked my bike. I'll never forget that feeling. The wind rushing by my ears as the sun rose over fields of wheat. I was flying for the first time. I biked as far as my legs could take me until I found a house that felt friendly, and that felt like home. Those strangers helped me in so many ways. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have found my foster family. And if it wasn't for my parents, I wouldn't have met you. You have strength, Joseph, and you're not as alone as you think.
It's all just so pointless. Just waiting for life to happen. It's like having the home I always wanted is cursed out of my reach. The thought of being a parent myself. How could I do that when I couldn't even be a good son? I'm sorry. I know what you're saying. I just don't know how things will work out. These quiet hours will turn into years. We'll wonder which roads passed us by.
Then we'll forge a new road together. Besides, I discovered for myself that one fateful morning where any hopeful road leads to. There may be thorns and mist, but it always leads to the same thing.
And what's that?
Family.
I'm so glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
And I'm glad you're part of mine.
Should we search or do we just follow the stars? This feels like the end. I think we just follow the stars. Music kind of stops. If you're exactly 100 stars, then we should be like right at the end then. Because we definitely missed some of the frozen area. We probably missed a few around. So, in fact, we have 90 and there's already 3 more here. I could believe I missed exactly 7. Or maybe there's some weird number. Or we're still going. Okay.
Fox knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the Jade Valley where the entrance to the tree was. Life was protected there, because that's where life began. It was now only a mother and a daughter left. Items from my life still dotted the ground as she moved closer to her destination. Her destiny.
Check over here, see something back here. Pretty trees. I got an achievement for 100 stars. Are there 150? Did I miss like 40 of them? I guess I could believe that as well, since I didn't really explore this snow area hardly at all.
At the end of high school, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Drive. I looked into the best architecture schools on the West Coast and got a dose of reality when looking at other students' portfolios and the high cost of tuition. I still wanted to be something, to be the next Alvaro Siza, and to make those thousands of sketches worth something in my grand history. But now even an internship sounds impossible. Siza helped me understand how essential emotion is in architecture. And he also said light is the real composer of space. I like to think these glints of light, like not finding a job or even a strange dream about a fox, are something I should be thankful for, even if the illuminated space is something I'm less than comfortable with.
It's the sad things that make you stronger. But sadness without joy is hollow. Or I guess sadness without joy is suffering. And joy without sadness is meaningless. Or maybe I'm just making things up to seem wise when I'm not. I'll be the first to admit that I lack wisdom. I used it as a dump stat. I guess sometimes the music just kind of stops, and that kind of makes me think, oh, I really went off the rails on this one. Hugs. Thank you for the pets. Kind of like, have you ever seen what happens after a forest fire? Yes, forest fire is tragic, but after it, you get room for new growth. Did you enjoy it? I went to see that the other day. It was really good. Well, I liked it. I'm not gonna say it's like the best movie ever, but it was enjoyable. I liked it better than
My
the Superman
dad was
movie.
super supportive with my college plans. To a point. Things were okay until this terrible accident happened. I guess a forklift flipped over due to a bad axle, and it crushed one of the workers there. My dad didn't eat for days, even though he wasn't directly involved. It devastated him. Not only did it hurt the business, but it just freaked him out. He would talk in his sleep, muttering things about firing people and saying sorry. One fateful day he approached me, said that since my school search wasn't going well, I should finally be a man and take over the family business. He said one day he was going to die, and that all of his work, sacrifice, and even that man's life would be wasted in vain.
I wouldn't say it's overhyped
lost it.
because it didn't
Teenage
get
me
hyped at
just
all.
exploded at the thought. I screwed up. I said things I shouldn't have. He was having a crisis, and I pretty much spit in his face.
Where am I going? Where, like, which way is the... Screw it, I'm going this way. Going toward the logs. Wait, is that where we're going? The house? What's the final end game? I haven't seen any commercials for it. Zero commercials for the movie. So, like I said, I didn't even know the movie was out until I heard some people talking about it. Oh, right. We're going toward the tree. So, I guess the house is probably not where we're meant to go. We can get to the house. This game reminds me of Inling more than a little. Wait, that's a different house. Wasn't there one on the hill? Oh well, let's go to this house then. Endling is another game that Zelric requested.
All of these memories, reminders from a time when having a shelter in the woods was all that mattered. Now the house is a tomb, ready to be abandoned and taken by the elements.
It's not a tomb yet, but it can always be a memorial if you let it.
It's another Fox game that was kind of sad. It was about a mother and her kids, and there's a reason I've never made it to YouTube. I still have it on my hard drive. I just didn't ever feel like uploading it. Hospital bed? Get well soon. Okay, Zelig, I'm not actually going to veto your ability to ask for games. That makes no sense. But I will say, I'm not going to be playing game requests for a while anyway. It's not because of you or anything. It's because I kind of want to try playing some new games and like see if I can get on the bandwagon of stuff. Like, this game is 8 years old, 9 years old. Not a lot of people know about it. I never heard of it. So I don't think it has a huge following. I'd like to try just seeing if I can, you know, bring in some fresh faces. You know, new friends.
Was that the last time you talked to him?
No, I called on holidays, and he would call on my birthday. I guess we acted like nothing ever happened, which was stupid. Didn't want to ask about his lumberyard, and I'm sure he didn't want to ask about my job search. I never went back and visited. I think the last conversation we had was about what movies we had seen and what exactly a best boy is in the credits. I thought he would be here so much longer.
Here's 150 stars. Yeah, I had this thought in my head that I kind of wonder, like, if my parents actually got to know me as a person, if they would like or dislike me. But it doesn't feel like they ever tried. Of course, I can't say I really encouraged them to. Wait, is this not the way to go? This looks like the way to go. Okay, this is not the way to go. You never know. But on the off chance, I'm not willing to burn that bridge at this point. See, there's a house on the hill. Oh, no, this way. I remember we had all the stars going this way. Okay. Yeah, I could believe I missed about 20 or about 30 of them. That makes that's a reasonable amount. We ignore that whole first zone. Probably, you know, a dozen there, and then, you know, miss a couple in every other zone. Oh, come on!
In the distance, the first tree illuminated the wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore. She did the only thing she was capable of. Moving forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him more. I should have done a lot of things differently.
If the first tree on earth brought life with it, if it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow, what could it do for us?
It's just a dream, it's not real.
There was a letter I received yesterday from a name I didn't recognize, with a quote I can't stop thinking about. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. More and more, I'm realizing one important truth. Each of us have our own journey to the first tree. But sometimes I'm not sure I'm ready to take that first step.
You already have my love.
I don't really need more grief in my life. I think I have enough. Oh, come on. Come on. Sorry, I can't talk.
I guess her journey was over. But I have no idea. It was only a dream. A distraction from tomorrow.
I don't think dreams normally bring back to memory so many important feelings. Maybe it was just a dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah, I suppose. But tomorrow we're getting on a plane to the last place on Earth I want to be. The only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
You're going to see him and be with him one last time before you say goodbye. I have one last quote for you by Emerson. sealed in an imaginary letter from me to you. It is the secret of the world that all things subsist and do not die, but only retire a little from sight and afterward return again. Go to sleep, my love. We have a big day tomorrow, but I'll be there with you every step of the way.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Good night, Rachel.
Good night, Joseph.
It's still going. Why is it still going? Oh, now the sensitivity is insane. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that was a door. That's also a door. It's also a door. So they moved back to Alaska. I'm not sure why. Didn't he hate Alaska? Or maybe he's packing up his dad's house. Foxfish in the wall. Oh good, we can run. Are we gonna find our dead children now? I'd rather find a dead baby than another dead fox. No offense, humans. What's our purpose here? Let me just double check and make sure we can't open this gate somehow. Okay. So what we're looking for must be back this way somewhere. Can't even double jump. I can't go that way. Visible wall. Visible wall. Visible wall. we have a car? Can we get in the... Okay, here's the truck. Yes, this is his dad's truck. Does it still have the mattress in the back? It still has the mattress in the back. I have trouble believing the dad just left it in the back of the truck for... I guess the dad must have died prematurely. I cannot imagine roaming around in Alaska at any time of the year at night. What are we doing?
What the hell?
It's a fox spirit. Might be Yen. Yeah, at least that game was like, hey, we're fixing problems rather than, you know, railing against an unkind world where you can't win no matter what you do. I was in why in games your head tilts as you land. I would think you would dip a little bit and then just like dip straight and then get back out. I'm catching it. Nope, not catching it. Catching it. Catching it. Can I overtake it? I'm passing it. Did it bash into a tree? That's pretty funny. I think I made it bash into a tree by pushing it.
What is this?
Wait, is this the message I wrote? Oh, it's not what I wrote. That's very similar to what I wrote. Oh, come on. Alright, we're moving on to something less sad. Exit. Come back to Slay the Spire. He didn't know anything about the game. He'd never seen the game. He saw it had Fox in it and loaded up. Yeah, we're all crying. Turn online mode. It may appear randomly. Yeah, go ahead. Take my message. I don't want to start. I want to exit. Alright, the exit. Yeah, that was a bit rough. Anyway, I did not notice that, so I guess I needed one more star.